Man, I'm trying to get back in the dating game, and things have gotten worse. I feel like with the dating apps, you know. I don't know. I went on some dates with some girls that believe some interesting stuff, you know. Like I went out with a young Earth Christian. She believed that the Earth was like 6,000 years old or something. I was like, tell me more about that. She said, well, dinosaur bones were put by God in the ground to test our faith. I was like, your dad works in an oil field, you mentioned earlier. I don't think these beliefs really line up with each other. And so I filter out religious girls now. I filter out religious girls. I've had too many weird dates. The problem with that is it leaves me with spiritual girls. And if you don't know what a spiritual girl believes, join the club. It's just everything else. I'm pretty sure, you know, you got homeopathy and voodoo and chiropractic. Ain't nobody gonna tell me chiropractic works, okay? Like, I've spent thousands of dollars trying to fix this misshapen spine up here. It's not like I had a chiropractor come up to me after a show, and he's like, well, it's real science. I was like, no, it's not. You wasted your life. And what's he gonna do? Not bill my insurance? I don't care. Like, and he was one of those fast-talking guys. I was like trying to get out of the conversation, right? And so I was just trying to concede. I was like, I'm sure some chiropractors are fine. But he cut me off. He cut me off on the F on fine and said, fantastic. No. You do not get to adjust my sentence because I don't want to come back to this conversation a week from now with the same problem and owe you $50. It's a great chiropractor joke. Don't know what to tell you guys. That was, I got half the crowd. It should have gotten 150%. Got so many weird beliefs, you know. You got essential oils, or as I call them, smelly placebos. Hurts because you've been tall for too long? Have you tried rubbing frankincense on your butt? How about you shut up, okay? How about you stop talking, you know? Like, I'm a little bit worried. I tell these jokes. I can see some of the spiritual girls getting a little feisty with me. You know, it's just like I'm like meeting people after the show that just douse me with like lavender oil and light me on fire. Dying words. The sample size was too small to be conclusive, you know? Like, I went on a date with a spiritual girl, and she was really into astrology, which is just, what a stupid way to live. But I'm gonna subdivide all of humanity into 12 chunks. I'm so sick of girls being like, you have beautiful eyes. What a Pisces thing to say. No, it's a me thing to say, okay? She says, oh, Seth, you should meet my best friend. She's a Chinese doctor. I was like, I think you can just say doctor. I don't know why that was necessary. She's like, no, she's white. Okay, she's like, she doesn't practice Western medicine, she practices Reiki energy healing. I was like, oh, so she's not a doctor. You should have led with that. In fact, both words used to describe your friend were inaccurate. You should have just said, my friend is, and then I leave the date early. That's, was that on your horoscope, Aubrey, that I was leaving the date early because it's happening? People got some weird beliefs. I love conspiracy theorists. We got any conspiracy theorists here? You're too excited. You don't know where I'm going with this joke. Why not? We got any flat earthers here? I gotta ask, because a lot of the times I hang out in the back of the room and I can't always see them over the curvature of the planet. Dig yourself in too deep a hole with a flat earther. You don't want to do it because, you know, out the bottom. Like, it's not good. I think you got to ask yourself with any conspiracy, you got to ask yourself, who's making money, right? That's how you know if you got some juice to it. Who's making money on the earth secretly being flat? Landscapers? Like that? That's the best I can come up with. Can you believe I charged $1,000 for leveling? Like, that's the best I got. And I had a flat earther friend. He came out to me as a flat earther. I was like, can't you just be gay? That'd be a lot easier for me to deal with, right? Like, I'm a progressive guy, but I don't really think flat earthers should be able to get married or have kids. I feel like that would honestly cure some societal ills, you know? Get rid of some dummies. I was like, dude, what would it take for me to convince you the Earth is indeed a sphere, besides thousands of years of math and science? Because I guess that didn't do it for you. And he was like, well, I've just been lied to my whole life. I'd have to see it with my own 2 eyes. And I was like, that's doable. So you're telling me if we took you up into space and you saw the Earth, then you'd believe it was round? He's like, no. Why not? Well, they got curved glass on those space helmets. And it refracts the light, makes it look round so you see what they want you to see. Who's they?